Yo, what up, MG fam? It's your boy McGruff, and we're back, man. Back with the Prairie View Legacy here on College Hoops 2K8. Alright, so you guys saw the last episode. We lost to North Carolina, the Tar Heels in the first round, man, by 1 point, yo. That game came down to the wire. So you know what this means. We gotta go on to the off season. Hey, this is going to be a true rebuild. I mean, this is gonna be like a team makeover. But before we get into the off season, we're gonna run through the rest of the NCAA tournament, man. We're gonna recap each round, and we're gonna talk about some of the upsets that happened. So in the East region, things look pretty normal all the way up until we got to that Villanova and Massachusetts game, where Villanova was a 5th seed and Massachusetts was a 12th seed, and they beat those guys by 13 points, and they advanced to the second round. And I don't know what was going on in this Arizona game against UCF, but 132 to 89. Then you got USC losing to USC. The University of South Carolina beat the University of Southern Cal, and that was a upset as well. Then LSU taking out Va-Tech. Hey, you can call that an upset. In our region where we were playing in the West region, Texas Tech moved on to the next round. We would have faced those guys. We probably would have took them out. And then Alabama lost to Vanderbilt. And Harvard almost pulled the upset against West Virginia. In the South region, things kind of went as scheduled. No major upsets. Got Iowa State taking out Creighton. Middle Tennessee took care of Oklahoma. That was an upset for sure. And Washington State taking out the number 6 seed Wyoming team by 1 point. Hey, that was a pretty good game. And here in the second round, man, we're going to just advance. We're going to advance all the way to the Sweet 16. You got Texas A&M losing to Indiana. Massachusetts, they went out against Arizona, man. Arizona looking like the hottest team in the nation right now. And South Carolina lost to Maryland. LSU lost to Washington. Washington is a pretty good team as well. Marquette won, the number 1 seed there. In the West region, then Texas Tech took care of North Carolina, man. North Carolina wasn't that great, man. Looked decent on paper, played hard, but they're not a Sweet 16 team. Rhode Island took care of North Carolina State. Whoa, what an upset. Alabama lost to West Virginia. Then you got Louisville taking care of California. All right, so let's see if any upsets over here. Kansas to Baylor, man. Kansas is the better team. Iowa State still on the road. Middle Tennessee State made it to the Sweet 16, man. Taking out Temple. So now we're going to advance to the Elite 8. So you got Indiana losing to Arizona, man. I think Arizona's gonna take the cake, bro, this year. They looking like the hottest team still. Then you got Maryland taking care of Washington, 102 to 93. The winner out of Maryland and Arizona may be the national champions. Then you got Marquette barely taking care of Texas Tech, not looking good for them. Then you got West Virginia barely taking care of Rhode Island. Then you got Louisville. Those guys are marching pretty strong as well. Kansas looking great. Stanford taking care of Mid Tennessee State. Then you got Syracuse running on to the Elite 8. So some big matchups here in the Elite 8. You got Arizona taking out Maryland. Like I said, man, Arizona, those guys are for real. Marquette got handled by West Virginia. And then you got Louisville taking care of Kansas. And Stanford taking care of Syracuse. So the Final Four has 2 number 1 seeds, 1 2 seed, and the 4th seed, Arizona. So we're going to simulate this round. And Arizona lost to West Virginia by 2 points, and Louisville took care of Stanford easily. So the national championship game has West Virginia going up against Louisville. Louisville taking the cake. I'm calling it right now. Louisville lost by 3 points to West Virginia, and you guys are currently looking at the NCAA champions. West Virginia, the Mountaineers, with back-to-back championships. They won last year, and this year they won once again. Everybody counted them out coming into the season, saying that hey, it's impossible for these guys to repeat, and they repeated, yo. They proved everyone wrong, and you can look at this roster, man. These guys have a lot of underclassmen, and only 2 of their star players will be leaving. If DeBerry and boy Wisniewski decide to come back, yo, it might be on once again there in Morgantown. These guys ended up going 31-6, 13-5. They found their groove late in the season and went on a tear. The player of the year this year comes from Wyoming. It's that boy Andrew Momika, averaging 31 points per game, 7 rebounds, almost 2 assists and 2 steals and almost 2 blocks per game at the power forward position. The mid-major player of the year is that boy Ata. Once again, this dude is a baller, man. Averaged 30 points his whole career. You know he's going in the first round of the draft easily. And the coach of the year goes to Rick Pitino. Hey, he had that team rolling this year at Louisville. They couldn't come up with a championship this year, but they might be back with something to say next year. Defensive player of the year goes to the guy Darcel Munir from Marquette. The power forward junior guy, he may come back next year. He got injured in the tournament, but he still managed to come home with a Defensive Player of the Year award. Big man of the year, that boy Andrew, once again, killing it out there in Wyoming. And freshman of the year comes from Temple. That boy Fulton, averaged 14.6 points per game. All right, Newark, New Jersey, you got a baller there. Now it's time to check out the conference awards. You already know we're the conference champs. Finished this season with a 25-8 record, 17-1 in the conference, yo. Coach of the year is my boy Ubaka. Hey, Ubaka, 82-75. I told you guys we were going to get above 500 this season. Player of the year goes to Brandon Austin, man. You know this guy right here, man, gave us a hard time all year long in the conference tourney and in conference play. And the freshman of the year goes to Noel from Mississippi Valley State. Young man balled at the point guard position, averaging 8 points per game, 5 assists, yo. Looking like J Kidd out there. And the first team all conference, yo. We didn't have one single player on the first team all conference. I think that should have been different. But you got your boy Boxley from Texas Southern. You got Sampson from Southern. Then you got Austin from Alabama State. Then you got McHale from Mississippi Valley State. And Ignerski from Alabama A&M. Second team, man, we got 2 players. My boy Mitch Martin, second team all conference, baby. Cam, second team all conference as well. That boy Step, second team all conference from Mississippi Valley State. And that boy Johnson from Alabama State, second team as well. Then you got Ingerson, man. I wanted to play against this guy this year, but you know he's a baller. He's a second teamer as well. Freshman all conference, yo. We got 1 player. My boy, so you're gonna tell me my boy Largent didn't make the freshman all-conference team? What a robbery. So Noel is the point guard from Mississippi Valley State. Then you got Stapley from Jackson State. I know my boy Largent is better than him. Then you got Alloway from Jackson State. Hey, they got a few ballers there in Jackson State. They might be doing something here in the future. Then you got my boy Yegway. He made it at the power forward position. Then you got King, the young man from Alabama State. So you guys get to look at our players leaving, man. Sad day here. We're gonna be losing my boy Kraft, 72 overall. He's gonna be graduating, man. What a great career from this kid. He finished his career with a second team all conference award and a freshman all conference award. He came to Prairie View as a 3-star recruit from New Zealand. I think he started out as like a 65 overall, so he really didn't progress as well. His potential wasn't that great. So this season, he was able to average double digits. His career high came his freshman year with 11.3, so he finished his career with a 9.8 average. Next up is my boy Kraft. That kid balled out of control. He came in as a 3-star recruit as well from Montenegro. He ended up averaging 10.6 this year. Finished his career with a 9.3 average. Next up is my boy Val. Val was our hard-nosed guy down there in the post that cleans up the boards for us, plays some great defense. Hey, this year, he came alive in a few games, yo. He improved a lot from last year. Gave us almost a point more on his average. And he stayed consistent with his rebounding. He averaged a little over 6.5 points, 7.4 rebounds per game. In his career, Val came in as a 3-star recruit as well from Lithuania. Yo, we had a lot of international guys on our team to build this foundation. So he was a freshman all-conference as well, but he couldn't get any more awards throughout his career. And one of our most celebrated players starting this series was my boy Wang Wen. He will be leaving as well. He's from China. He was a 2-star recruit. He surprised me once he came in. You know, a 7-footer. He was like almost creeping up on 300 pounds. He shined those first few years, but it seemed like his career started trending downward for some reason. So he started off freshman all-conference, second team all-conference as a freshman, conference freshman of the year. We was like, yo, we might have a guy on our team that's going to run this conference for years. But it didn't happen that way. He didn't get an award in his last 2 years, but he ended up being the conference player of the year his sophomore year, and he got first team all-conference. I think things changed a lot around him, and he was our focal point for a long time until those transfers came in. And then we were able to, move the ball a lot more, shoot better, and his usage kind of went down. We didn't have to force it to him to be a part of the offense. We could win games without him. So you can see this big jump here in his sophomore year. My boy averaged 18.6 points per game. Had his best season of his career. Last year he did pretty well as well with 17, but this year he fell off a lot, lost 5 points on his average from the year before. He ended up averaging 15.4 points per game, the highest average out of anyone that played for Ubaka for 4 years. His rebounding was okay, but defensively, man, we wanted more out of this kid. It would have helped us a lot, but he was foul prone. You can tell he almost averaged 3 fouls per game, and my boy was 29 points shy of being the only player during the Ubaka era here at Prairie View to get 2,000 points. He is the leading scorer for us in this series. And another one up the bat, my boy Mitch Martin, the small guy, the 5'8" point guard. He came in as a 3-star kid from Australia. He started off his career as a freshman all-conference as well, and he ended up in his final season getting second team all-conference, yo. This dude right here will rob you. If you blink your eyes, he done snatched it out of your hands and went the other way. My boy came in hot. He averaged around 8 points per game each season. His assist average went down in his last 2 years, but the young man could rob anyone that got in front of him. And he's the leading steal getter in Prairie View history, 217 steals. So you guys get to look at Coach Ubaka's resume so far. Starting this thing off, we were 7-22 first year, losing record. Came back, won 4 games more. Next year we won 6 games more. Went to the first round of the NCAA Tournament, lost. Next year we balled out of control, went to the first round again, lost. But this year we went and lost as well, but we were very close to advancing. So after a great season, Ubaka gets 1 attribute point here, and we're gonna try to boost something for him. We already got his charisma at an A-, discipline at a B-, C's on the scouting and teaching, and offense is a B-, defense. So let's see what we can do here. I think I'm gonna do the teaching part right here because we want these guys to progress a lot more. Get that all the way up to a C. We can make it happen with that. No transfers will come to Prairie View this year, but some other teams got some great transfers. We're gonna check out our conference. So you got Texas Southern. They will get Mel Walker from Rice, a 6'5" sophomore shooting guard, 73 overall. That'll help them out a whole lot. Mississippi Valley State got them one as well. Clifton Castler, a 62 overall power forward. They should get some good action out of him. Pine Bluff got them a player as well. Mr. Braun Damonby, 55 overall. He's a sophomore. He might develop to be somebody. Point guard, 6'3". Hey, he might do something. So we already know who to watch out for in a year or two. This guy, Mel Walker. He's going to be right there at Texas Southern, ready to ball out. All right, so we're going to move on to recruiting, man. We got to move on to recruiting. This is the most important part of the offseason, yo. We got to bring in some players. So first up, man, we already got to notice. We got E.F. Boykin signing with someone else. And we got Lynn Fitzgerald signing with someone else. And we got Jose Brady, yo, the dude that we wanted the whole time. He signed with us. Hey, that's one of the players that we wanted to go after, and we got him. And we got my boy Gabler. He signed with us as well. We got 2 signees. So now we're going to hit this recruiting trail, see what else we got to do. So E.F. Boykin signed with ULM. We were in a dogfight with this squad. We wanted him so bad, yo. We knew this guy was going to be able to come in and change our program. He was almost a top 100 recruit. A small forward, 6'6". We love those long guys. So, all right, have your good time out there, UL Monroe. We might schedule those guys this year. And Lynn Fitzgerald, we lost him to ULM as well, yo. We got to schedule ULM. First game of the season. Hopefully we can get them first game. Hey, we want to show these guys what they are missing. So now let's get over here and get some more players signed. We got 2 more scholarships available. We got Straight on our board, Louis Straight from Oklahoma City. Hey, we can use this big 6'9" guy. Come on down here and give us some good old minutes. We're going to have Holden starting at center, but this dude can come in and get some great experience behind Holden for 1 year before he take over the starting role. All right, so we added 2 point guards to our board, man. PJ DeBerry from Illinois and Lionel Cable from Illinois. So 2 point guards from Illinois. The difference between these guys is Cable is a JUCO freshman, 6 feet tall, 174. And then you got that boy PJ DeBerry there. He's 6'4", 193. Hey, I got my eyes on this kid a little more than I do in cable. So he has no scholarship offers. We're in third place for him. We're going to try to throw everything at him and see if we can get him. So you can see right there, we were able to sign my boy Louis Straight, man. We got our center, man. We got our big boy. So Lionel Cable ended up signing with someone else that quick. They must have dropped that scholarship offer on him last week. All right, so you know what that means. We got to go all the way out for PJ DeBerry. Eastern Illinois is on his radar, but we got to get him, bro. We got to get him. They haven't offered him a scholarship yet, so we're going to keep going at my boy. PJ DeBerry ended up signing with EIU on us, man. It's crazy. We put it all on the line for this kid. We were there, and he ended up going the other way, bruh. So we got to go back to the drawing board, man. We got 3 scholarships available, 3 players committed, 3 scholarships available, man. We're gonna just have to get anybody, I guess. We going at Trayvon Shahan, man. We going at him. Offer him a scholarship, give him everything you want. All right, so we're gonna throw something at these JUCO players as well. They got a lot of interest in us here late. They're just looking for a place to be. I want Skeeter, bro. Skeeter from Arizona. And we looking for another center as well. See if we can find us another center. We're gonna need somebody to be ready to ball as well. So we're gonna holler at this boy right here from Compton. See what we can do. See what we can come up with, man. We're gonna drop all these scholarships on him. I think we're gonna be able to land that point guard. We got him. We got Skeeter as well. So we were able to sign Craven, the center, bro. All right, so we look retooled. Check out our signings, yo. We got 2 ranked players on our team, so you guys get to look for Jose Brady and Shahan. We got him late. He ranked number 599 overall, but we got Brady, man, a top 300 player. I don't know if they even call these guys that, but he is one of our stars coming into next season. But don't sleep on my boy Straight and Gabler. They're going to be coming as well. So we ready to get it on, baby. A great recruiting class. These guys right here will be the ones to take us to the next level. All right, so you guys get a quick preview at our schedule next year. We will be playing in the 2K Sports College Hoops Classic, bro. Hey, we're going to be in a preseason tournament. We ready to show the nation, yo. We retooled and we refined, bro. We back and better than ever. Our next game will be up against South Carolina. And then we're going to get to play ULM. I told you guys we wanted to play ULM because these guys stole 2 of our recruits. But we were able to find 2 more guys. And we're going to say, hey, should have came on down here to PV, baby. Prairie View. So a quick look at our recruiting board for this year. So we're only going to put 3 players on our board because we're going to try to get our first 4-star in school history. All right, so we got Swanson, who is a senior small forward from Dallas, Texas. Overall rank is 599, 120 at his position. And we got my boy Reeves, one of the guys that we're eyeing. He's a sophomore right now. He's from Baltimore, Maryland. He may be ranked. He may be a 4-star by the time he get out of high school. And we're going to keep an eye on him. We're going to give him a little attention, let him know that we're watching him. And Okafor, our first ever 4-star that we're going to target. He's a top 100 player, 32nd at his position, and he's a point guard. He's from Kenner, Louisiana, which is right down the road from us. So he only has 5 schools interested in him. We're one of those 5. That's good. We're going to try our best to throw everything we can at him. And if we can come up with this guy, he could change our program forever. All right, so next up, what we're going to do is we're going to check out the Midnight Madness, yo. Scout these young players, see what they're about, and, yo, see what we can come up with. So we're going to have the starters going up against the bench players. So you guys get to see the matchup at point guard. We're going to have my boy Trevon going up against Reynolds. Norris going up against Largent. Old Solly Jackson going up against Wellis. And Ramirez taking on the freshman Jose Brady. And Craven and Holden going to duke it out. Then we got the guys off the bench. I really want to see what Skeeter can do at the small forward position. And my boy Straight. So I'm not going to play this game. You know, I like to sit back and scout these players. Watch them, see how they really play. So we can get some of an idea who is going to be the baller this year coming off the bench. Right now, you guys can see the starters overall is 63. And our second team overall is a 57. All right, it's time to get it on, man. So we got a nice little matchup at that center position, yo. 6'11" freshman going up against Holden, the senior. And the second team won the tip-off. Solly Jackson has it here. And you already know that jumper is pulled by Norris, but he's off. Alright, so you got your boy Wells kicking it to Larger, who gets blocked. And they're pushing the issue. So we played 7-minute halves here. We didn't want to duke it out all the way for like 15 minutes like I normally do in the regular season. Solly gonna pull that 3 and he's off. Trayvon with it, the freshman. Kicks it down bottom. Norris gets the first 2 points here in the Midnight Madness. Down bottom. Got him. Easy one. Beautiful pass. Alright, that boy gonna pull one. Norris said, I'm not playing with him. Norris with the 3-pointer. Better do something with it. Larger gonna pull another one. And he's denied once again. So Vargas kicks that one down. Trayvon get his first basket in while the second team is showing out. Alright, so Larger looking like he being a ball hog. Kicks down to Wells. Hey, Wells gets his first 2 points. Solly. To Marsh. To Trayvon. Solly gonna pull it foot on the line. Boy, that second team on fire. Larger, man. Come on, you better turn up here. And Larger gonna pull one. Still can't hit. Nice rebound from Ramirez. And they're gonna hold it for the last shot. And Solly pulling it from half court. Wilding. So at halftime, man, these guys getting showed up, man. Down by 7 to the second team. The X factor on the second team is that boy Trayvon. So Larger gonna pull one. Still can't hit a 3, can't buy a basket. But Jose Brady gets on the board. Marsh has it, pulls a fader. Oh my goodness, these dudes are wildin'. Ooh, Wells trying to get down there. Larger gonna pull another one. He's off. He's shooting every shot he can get. All right, down bottom. Nice pass, man. The second team, boy, they have chemistry already. Larger probably gonna shoot once again. He's channeling Kobe out here. Oh, Larger caught him slipping. Y'all wasn't gonna keep him quiet for long. All right, Yetway gets down there with the contact from Ramirez, and he gets the foul, and he got a chance at the end one. All right, so he able to answer with that one. They're only down by 2 possessions. It's a ball game again. All right, so off the inbound. Solly gonna kick that one. Look at down bottom Norris. Boy, oh boy. Trayvon, 3 assists. All right, so Wells, you got a chance here. Oh, Holden all the way to the rack. Nice pass to the lane. Oh, good steal that time. Sling it up court. Got Large in there. He's going to pull a deep one. And he's off. So Largen finally hits one. And they got a steal here. Reynolds going to pull one. He's off. And that's the end of the game, yo. These guys lost by 7 points. The second team beat the first team. It just seemed like the second team had a lot more chemistry than the first team, yo. These guys were out there just playing selfish basketball. The second team was able to shoot 45% from the floor. The first team, 23%. Only 2 3-pointers made for the second team. The first team only made 1. And free throw shooting for both teams was ugly. 57 for the first team and 40 for the second team. But one thing about the second team, they passed the ball. 9 assists for them, 2 for the first team. Rebound game was kind of neck to neck, 20 and 18, and everything else was pretty close. So the leading scorer for the first team was Largent. Man, Largent put up 13 shots, man. Turned into a ball hog out there. 13 shots, 3 for 13 from the floor. He had 9 points, 1 for 6 from 3-point land. The next player up was Yetway. He only had 3 points. The second team shared the ball a lot more. Norris had 7 points. Ramirez 5 points, 5 rebounds, a beautiful game. Craven had 4 points, 5 rebounds. Man, that freshman, he looks pretty good. He's gonna get some good minutes this year. Solly Jackson, he's a risk taker. 1 for 6, 1 for 4 from 3. We don't need any of that. A few things we learned about ourselves in this game is that we're pretty long, man. We're not as fast as we were last year, but we can play better defense. We got enough length to get our hands into the passing lanes and get it going on the other side. We got a lot of athleticism on this team as well. The shooting is not as great, but yo, we can work with it. We're gonna have to play more in the post this year to compete with the teams in the SWAC. But with that being said, man, we ready for this upcoming season, and I hope you guys are as well. But it's your boy McGruff. Don't forget to hit that like button and notification bell and subscribe to the channel and holla at your boy. 1.